Doctor Who, The Visitation, the fourth story of the Fifth Doctor, is written by Eric Saywood and starring Peter Davison, Matthew Waterhouse, Sarah Sutton and Janet Fielding. So the story is set in London, 19th century, and there's a race called Pteroleptus who plans to spread deadly plague on humanity in order to make Earth their new home. This is one of Peter Davidson's favourite stories he's done. So the serial begins in 17th century where a family gets a mysterious alien breaking in, and that scene is nicely done. It's so unsettling. So in the TARDIS, the Doctor tells Adric off for what happens in the previous serial, Kinder, as he uses TSS and wounded Aris. So Tegan gets ready for Heathrow Airport and concerned about Mara still in her. As the TARDIS landed, the Doctor thought he arrived in Heathrow 1981, but unfortunately got the time wrong, as it's 500 years earlier. Geez, Tegan abused the Doctor by saying a broken clock is better than the Doctor.
Call yourself a Time Lord? Broken clock keeps better time than you do. At least it's accurate twice a day.
So after the whole group goes out the TARDIS, they walk through the woods, and there's villagers attacking. The Doctor and his companions does great fighting techniques, so they outrun the villagers. Adric tripped and hurt his ankle and lost his homing device while got into a fight, so Richard Mace, who's in the tree, scared the gang away. So the Doctor and his companions with Richard Mace went inside the barn and discussing about a mysterious alien. So then they went to Manor House. The horse riders really have no road sense, like Tegan said.
I'm calling on the master of the house, not his servants.
Please, sir, knock with a little more humility.
You knock.
So the Doctor and Nessa found a way. The Doctor found a stairs that leads to a wall. Nessa let Adric, Tegan and Richard in. They discovered that the Doctor has disappeared, but he actually went through a wall as its holographic energy barrier, and someone was locking the door behind them. As everyone realised about the wall, they went through and searching for stuff. The same person came through who turned out to be an android dressed up as a Grim Reaper, which is a great design. So it stung Tegan and Adric, but the Doctor, Richard and Nessa managed to escape.
Your brain is addled, sir. That was death. You saw the effect my pistols had on it.
Oh, it takes more than a pair of flintlocks to damage an android.
The Doctor figures out a way to stop the androids and suggested to Nessa to create something to stop it. So Adric and Tegan are strapped on the metal bed, and Pteroleptal leader were questioning them on where they're from, as he realised what the Doctor has got and what he's capable of.
That isn't a very original observation.
I know that he is not of this planet or time.
What rubbish.
As the Doctor, Richard and Nessa reached to the escape pod, they were followed by the villagers, mind-controlled by a bracelet from Pteroleptal.
Nonsense, sir. That glow is a conjuring trick. I'm a man of the theatre. I'm not impressed by trickery, however clever it is.
So after one of them shot an arrow inside, Nessa sealed the door, so after moments later, they managed to get away. Richard is knackered after a walk and refuses to keep going unless he's on a horse. So the Doctor wanted to speak to Miller, so he gets Nessa to go into the TARDIS, while he and Richard, however, investigates the barn. Meanwhile, as Adric and Tegan found a way to escape and open the window, Adric got away, but Tegan is recaptured. So after Miller got away with the horse, the villagers came into the barn and about to execute the Doctor and Richard. The Doctor says not again, which I assume he's talking about what happened in Fort of Doomsday when those swordsmen were about to slice his head off with a sword. Peter Davison again is great as the Fifth Doctor. Matthew Waterhouse, Sarah Sutton and Janet Fielding are great as Adric, Nessa and Tegan Javanka. That's my honest opinion. Michael Robbins played Richard Mace, who's a highwayman. He's fantastic. The actor goes for it. He's well written. It's a pity that he only appeared in one story, as they should have given more than one story, or even a companion. How amazing would that be?
Richard Mace, at your service.
Pteroleptal are a reptilian race from Pteroleptopus who loves art and beauty, and I think they're pretty cool. Another monster they should bring back in Doctor Who. I like the Pteroleptal android. I thought it was pretty unsettling, especially in the Grim Reaper outfit.
How does this android, as you call him, come from another world? There are no other worlds. Any fool knows that.
The casts did a great job. It's nicely done for the low-budget series. The headman came in and put a stop to it because Pteroleptal wanted the Doctor alive. So the Doctor and Richard gets locked up in the cell. Adric is on the run and found the TARDIS and went inside it while Nessa's busy building a machine to stop the android. Tegan has a bracelet on and carrying vials. So then the Doctor and Richard gets taken to Pteroleptal leader, So the doctor offered him hope or find a planet to live on, but he refuses. Adric is sick of not able to do anything, right? So he wants to look for the doctor, so he ran out of the TARDIS even though Nessa tried to stop him. So then Adric gets captured by the villagers. So after Richard gets a bracelet on, Pteroleptal Leader ordered the doctor to drop his sonic screwdriver and sadly destroyed it.
Isn't my day, is it? I feel as though you've just killed an old friend.
So sad to see it go. So Tegan, who's possessed, is about to open the cage leading the end of the world. So the doctor deactivates the bracelet and stops Tegan and Richard as they're back to normal. Richard uses a safety pin to unlock the handcuffs. As he tried the door, the doctor used the gun so it can be opened. Meanwhile, the Grim Reaper looking androids managed to scare the villagers off but didn't seem to notice Adric. So Adric followed it, so then as Adric arrived at the TARDIS with him and Nessa waving at each other, Nessa managed to use the device that broke the android. She was sad that she destroyed the creature. It was only doing what it's told. She's also worried that she might have damaged the TARDIS, so Adric suggests to bring the TARDIS to the doctor. Nessa disagreed at first, so eventually, as they struggled to land the TARDIS, they got there in the end, and apparently the doctor likes long walks, so everyone went in the TARDIS. They found pteroleptals in London. As they arrived, they struggled with pteroleptals as they tried to restrain them, so then it caused a fire. Richard wanted to stay behind. The doctor gave him the control panel, so him and his companions disappeared away in the TARDIS, and wondering why they wouldn't help to put the fire out. The doctor says that the fire run its course, and it reveals to be Pudding Lane, which is where the Great Fire of London started.
I'll explain someday.
My half-brother is learning about that at school as of time recording. I think this is a great story, well written. What did you think of The Visitation? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. Thanks people, as always, for watching, and see you in the next video.